basically told us to never give up. Always like that, no matter what scenario you get put through, you never give up. Even if somebody has their foot on your neck, you never give up.
All money, all money. Yeah. It's amazing to be alive when want you to die. Mad at every check you deposit. I see it all in their eyes. I'ma stunt harder, I'ma shop more. Black bellboy perching rugs at the door. Giving jobs, living like the mob. A scotch and a soda, Anastasia.com. People talking about me, say I got a body. Or are they mad at me that the house got a lobby? Big 4/5 spliff at the boat slip. Tiptoeing through the city, Alvin Ailey with a...
So what's been good with you, man?
Man, a little bit of everything. Family, shit, family stuff. Work. Life, everyday life. Everybody goes in.
You got that Iron Man right now.
How about yourself?
Good, bro. Just working, man. I'm working on, obviously the project, but getting everything ready for the move, man. I ain't gonna say too much, but we got a lot of things going. Got a lot of things under construction, man. But you know me, we get in here, bro. We start talking about life and everything, man. But I never, bro. I really rarely, I came in here, I've been coming to you for 2 years?
Yeah.
Like about two, really. I never asked, bro, really about the brand name and how it kind of created. So, I just, what is that story about?
Well, so
ROES, man.
the ROES part, that's the part. We really don't matter that one.
Mm-hmm.
The ROES part, that's the part. That's the rise. That's the rise over every struggle. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think about it all the time. Like, people go through everything in life, and you don't want to necessarily just give up easy.
Mm-hmm.
Rise over every struggle, and it just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We've been through that as athletes alone, and then growing up into me being a parent and a young adult and a black man out here.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it applies in so many ways, but it's not about me, it's more about everybody else. I see and hear a lot of people go through their own struggles every day.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we ain't here venting about it, whatnot. So being in this position as a barber, it's kind of like my purpose to get everybody to understand to rise over every struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that name came from.
So you think, if you flash back a little bit on how, you and Chan grew up and where your dad raised you and how your dad raised you, and, how does your childhood play a part of that? You feel me? You rising above the struggles that y'all had when you was younger.
Big part, because seeing my father, like, that dude, a soldier, he's a general, like, real life, been through a whole, and him being the youngest of his family, he really didn't have nobody to, he had everybody telling him, get over it, push through, he was the runt, pretty much. So he made it through a whole lot of struggles in life, and as I went through life, he told me about them, and always kept me in tune, and basically told us to never give up, and always like that, no matter what scenario you get put through, you never give up. Even if somebody has their foot on your neck, you never give up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been like that since I came out. He's always been on us about that. So he played a huge part in that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how he operates.
Mm-hmm.
You already know.
Big general, man. When you felt like you had this gift with these Clippers, man?
Way after I was already doing it, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people get stuck in a drive, and they just go, and next thing you look up, you're like, oh damn, this is my gift. This is something I can do really well, and enough people tell you over and over the same thing. You're like, whoa, I guess it's real,
a lot of people start off everything being a hobby, you feel me? And that's what I had to try to decipher. Was it ever like that for you? Like,
yeah,
it was like you and your boys was like, your niggas was like, man, you nice with it. You should do this, really.
college, my boys in college, they put me on with it. Almost how like Cole said recently in his off-season documentary about how his boys kind of just like sat him down and caught him in the back way and told him, look, this is what you do, you're good at it, what you about to do with it. It was almost like that where I was cutting everybody up and they were like, yo, you can really do this. And I'm like, all right, think about it. At the time I'm young, you know, I'm out trying to, you know how I be young, not focused. And they definitely put me in perspective of like, you know, it's a career, bro. It's just an actual career. You know, do stuff with it. So I just kind of took everybody's advice and just put my head down and shit.
So your first spot wasn't elite, was it?
Nah, I had multiple spots.
Okay.
That like I would go to work at before elite.
Shout out to elite.
Big time shout out. That's home base right there. My other home base was where I learned locks at Nature Groups over South.
Okay, shout out to them.
Shout out to them too. But those two spots played the biggest role because before that I was kind of freelance and house call this, house call that. Or in Arizona, working at a barbershop here and there, a salon here and there. And those two spots were the first spots out there. But like when I took it serious, like all day, every day, buckling down, it was more so when I got back home, back here. And I was over south. And then I got to elite and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna actually, you know, like be here every day, all day, 9 to 5. This is my career. Lock in and make the best out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Luckily, I had like a solid team of brothers around me, and to all keep me motivated and, you know, have me in the mode to like really do this. You know, like we motivate each other every day. So that's a big part of your success. It's not, you can't do everything by yourself. You gotta acknowledge the people who helped you through and who aided you and who give you the vision, because you can't always see through your own eyes, bro. So all the people that helped me and gave me the vision to do these things, without them, I don't think it would have happened, bro. I'm gonna be real about that.
So man, you said, you know, you doing your thing solo now, you know, and so I've seen the elevation even in the 2 years, but I always talk about it. Me and you talk about it, and I remember when I was telling you, you was helping me play my moves, and I was helping you play your moves, and now it's like, you see you on the solo tip. But how did that, like you said, how, you know, I want to kind of go more into like that team chemistry, right? You know, being both, all of us being former athletes in this thing. Now I'm living a life of a career where I might be off the field, but the mindset of how I approach things are still kind of similar to being in a sports setting where you have a team around you. You had a team in elite. When did you know that you were greater than that? Not on no shiesty stuff, not on no arrogant and being like, I'm better than y'all, but no, I'm confident that I want to do this on my own.
And really over that quarantine, you get a lot of time to sit down and just, you know, think and build. So it was during that time where I'm like, it could be an option. I really didn't necessarily have a huge plan for it. It was more, one day I sat down, I reached out to this place to see what the numbers would be like, just out of curiosity. So I'm like, you know what, people have been telling me so many years, bro, to just do something like this. Do this in particular, from friends to other barbers to family members, you know. And I'm always, I'm good where I'm at, you know, like, I'm comfortable. I'm at a shop where I like it here, you know? So that comfort kept me there, and I wouldn't have changed nothing about that.
And I mean, you similar, bro. You always seem better for yourself. Now we talk about you, you know, congrats on having your baby boy now. And it's like, man, now you got 3 kids and you got a lovely woman and you thinking bigger purpose, you feel me? Like we always speak about. So, you know, how does that play a role into how you moving now with your success? Like what matters? You know, like we always talk about, when you're young, it's the stars and the moons and the lights, you know, figuratively speaking, but we know what that means. Like the very shallow, you know, rewards that we look for as a young man and young black men especially. But you know, what now you being approaching what? You close to that dirty 30, right?
Hey man, go ahead, listen. I'm going on that 30, man.
You coming up on it, so like, you feel me? Like, even in my shoes, my age, you know, the jump from like we always say, from 21 to 25, 25 now approaching that 30. Like,
Yeah, those are
what pushes you? What pushes you for success? What do you want out of all of it?
Probably more so not generational, just grounding. Like I'm doing it for my kids and their kids, and just to give them opportunity and comfort. You know what I mean? Yeah. As long as my family's comfortable, I'm good, bro. I'm more chasing the moments, the happiness of my family, and the security of my family, and seeing my kids grow up. You know what I mean? Because that could be gone tomorrow, bro. Yes, right. I could be gone tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do today to enjoy my life to the fullest, and have the people around me enjoy theirs too. You know what I'm saying? And simple as that.
But see, you was the one that put me on with life insurance a little bit. And
man, but if somebody never put me on with it, we wouldn't even have the conversation.
Hey,
it's always the domino effect for everything, bro.
It is, man. Because it's like, I was gonna say, you want maybe have a Corvette, Lambo, something like that. If it comes with the territory, you feel me? In certain regards, we gotta be happy with the hand that we dealt and work it. You feel me? But you talk about that financial literacy every time I'm in this chair, man. And you give me gems on how to save my money, put in here and there, stocks and bonds and investments and all of that, man. It's like, I know being a father, you doing it the right way for your kids, but what about other investments? You ever want to? I know you want to get some real estate. You maybe want to flip some houses, maybe get some property. Yeah. What about even some barber franchise?
See, and a lot of people are pushing me into this, like opening up a shop aspect and doing that for sure. So I'm more with organically going with whatever. If that happens, it happens. So I'm moving at that pace, however it moves. You know what I'm saying?
More money, more problems, more responsibilities,
and
more issues. Sometimes.
My kids is enough right now. I'm alright with that.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit, man. Man, when you was you ever seen yourself? I mean, you can't say it now, but when you was young, you couldn't really vision being a father. Yeah, but now seeing it now, how is that? How is that for you?
Man, I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. Kids is everything. They say it sounds so cliche, but when you have kids, you already it's unmatched. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been told they teach you a lot.
They teach you a lot, change you a lot. For the better. To be real, that's the reason why I do everything that I do.
Yes, sir.
Literally.
Man, I'd be remorse if I didn't share. I know you feel some type of way. It's been on my brain a little bit these last couple of days. That little girl that got killed 06, man.
Man, that hit.
Shout out to her and her family, man. R.I.P. I can't remember her name, so I don't want to speak on it too much. But I know as you being a father, that definitely, man, makes you be more protective, especially what we going through in this world as Black America. Yeah, and think about that, man. Kind of what we've been dealing with as a whole state lately. Racially, how that affect you and yours?
With like the tension that was going on,
the George Floyd trial. I mean, Floyd.
It put me on guard, to be real. It put me in the perspective of it's reality, y'all. This is stuff we have to deal with. This is not nothing to be laughed about or over or underanalyzed. We really need to address a whole lot of these things going on. I think some people may be naive about it, or not want to take it serious, but the fact that it's happening can't be ignored. You know what I'm saying? And we have to make our personal steps every day. We're putting pressure, pretty much. Put pressure to make these changes. If we don't, nothing's gonna change. The youth really can change a lot of this.
How you really play your position? How about what because I get people always asking me, bro, like, well, why you don't come down and why you don't come down to the protest, do this, do that? And like I always said it before, I ain't never been no coon, I ain't never been no Uncle Tom.
No, never.
My character is always the proof of where my stance is. I don't need to do something for show. That's how I walk every day. So what my voice, that is what's shown. My actions is what's shown on a day-to-day basis. Walking as a right black man and don't give them no reason to judge me in no other way and really be doing my own thing and being on top of my stuff, bro. That's when it gets scary for these white folks and how they view us, because when you regardless of you being at the top of your pinnacle or you at the bottom, if you just simply move with respect, honor, integrity, and you pursuing something with ambition, drive, man, they can't mess with you.
Straight up.
So, you know, what's your take? Like, when all this stuff was going, was you like, man, I need to be out there on the front line, or was you like,
hey, I'm not.
Was you like me,
bro?
Was you like me?
I am not gonna lie. My girl had to tone it down with me, bro. I was hot, ready to go. You know, like she like, yo, you gotta think you have a family to protect, and I do.
Yeah.
So the most I can do is what I can do. First and foremost, I gotta protect my family. So I gotta be there. I can't go do things and put myself in jeopardy and not protect my family. No. So I sat my ass down, bro, and I thought about how can I make a difference right now? How can I make a difference forever? You know. And the most I can do is really connect with people in this chair, first and foremost, and get them to understand the serious, severities of it all. If it comes down to it and we gotta go to war, we gotta go to war. But until then, I have to be real strategic and cautious on how I move out here, because I can easily get myself killed. You know what I'm saying? I can easily put myself in jeopardy trying to do too much, you know?
But see, that's what young brothers don't, and my community don't understand. You know, when you got, they want you to do that. Because we do got a lot to lose. They make us feel like we don't. We do got a lot to lose. Man, when you got success, you're growing, you got kids, you got a family that love you, you got established businesses, and you trying to get to places. They might not kill you physically, but that's what the systematic oppression has always been, to kill us in every way that possible form. And so I was uproared, I was raged, I was mad myself. I cried when George Floyd died. I was ready to be on some serious, you feel me, like go front line, be on there with everybody. But there's also another side of me too that is with structure. Have something mentally, be up here right first. But that's how I be, man, and then it backfires on you. But everything got a consequence, bro.
That's why if we communicate more on what we should do and what we should not do as black men out here, be more supportive of each other and transparent with each other, we will get so much further. But the system pins us against each other. And then also then the system has us against us.
It's been a really now it's finna get good. I thought I was gonna have a side B to this, but we finna get right to it, because you just talked about a lot. But what I got alerted to in my mind, you start talking about how they pin us against each other, and especially black people, especially young black folks like each other, like us. Why we always in competition with each other, bro? Why we all can't sit at the table and eat? Why we all can't win? Why we all truly can't come together like these other cities that we always talk about and admire deeply? LA, Atlanta, Miami, New York, Houston, Dallas, Chicago, Detroit. You feel me? Why we can't be like none of them and build a culture here, build a brand? We are only known for now riots and uproar and Prince, to be honest. We ain't got no real, we okay with the sports. We got plenty of pro athletes, and I'm not dissing that. We do. We got a lot of pro athletes. We got a lot of people that have done some stuff. But as a black culture here, it ain't, you feel me? It ain't on that level. For my reason, a big reason why it ain't on that level, because of the love.
Yeah. My mother told me when I was a kid, and I never really understood what she was talking about. She said Minnesota's not necessarily a state that's made to raise black men. And I started to see it more and more as I got older. But really, once the George Floyd situation and Philando Castillo situation and a number of other ones that haven't been put into the limelight, happening and hearing about it, it's happening to people that I know, and like, what? I started to realize, it's really not. And it's not that it's so much hatred of black people here, it's that it's so stereotypical in so many ways. If you get out of here, it's a lot of not stereotypical stuff going on. But it seems more like we box ourselves in the Midwest. So we have this system that's been training us to think a certain way instead of thinking ways for ourselves. You know what I mean? It's tough to pinpoint that, you know. But I think it comes from division, you know. Like in order for us to unite and support each other, we have to do it. You know what I mean? We can't just say it. We got to do it. You know.
Rob said free cut. If you watch this video, you get a free cut. I'm bullshitting.